Welcome back to the Pierre Werner Cricket Ground. Apologies for the technical difficulties that we've been experiencing. We're here close to the end of the Belgian innings. Sherry Butt playing an absolutely magnificent skipper's innings here with the bat. And that is absolutely massive.
That's the second six he's hit today that's gone over our entry position and into the rugby pitch.
I think that takes him to 94.
Yep, and he was 82 not out.
92.
92.
92. 2 overs to go.
Monstrous hits.
163 for 6.
And that one had the commentators diving for cover, ladies and gentlemen.
163 for 6 after 18. Sherry Buss on 92. And he is joined at the crease by Saeed.
This is a similar innings to when they batted against Luxembourg. They were under the cosh. The other team was on top. They were taking wickets. In walks the skipper, and it just completely changes the nature of the innings.
Both games, he's just taken the game away from the bowling side.
Yeah, he's been the difference between the sides.
A real class act. I think we've almost run out of superlatives for him.
Yes. I'm happy I'm not bowling.
So we've got a bowling change here.
That was a wider ball, well bowled. I thought it was going to be called a wide, but no.
And it's Mendon back into the attack here for the 19th. You really think Saeed should be looking just to take a single here to get Sherry back on strike. But he's looking for a big shot. And
just one, says the skipper.
And they'll just take the single with Sherry Butt on 92. Closing in on what will be an absolutely fantastic century.
Very well deserved. Let's face it, he deserves it. Let's see what happens now.
And he plays that around the corner for 4.
That's going to go for 4.
That'll take him to 96.
He's in that place now where it doesn't matter where the bowler bowls. He hits the ball where he wants to hit it.
And I think if I was thinking what's going to happen next, I reckon he's going to get his century with this next ball.
Yeah.
He's playing absolutely brilliantly. He's in a rich vein of form. Clean, crisp striking.
Monstrously long hits. There it goes.
There it is. That's the century.
Way over the boundary. Well done, sir. That brings up his 100. 102 not out. And the Belgian team are all on their feet, applauding their skipper.
And everyone in the ground applauding that. That is a fantastic knock by the Belgian skipper, Sherry Butt.
And just to remind you, that's 184 runs not out in the day so far. Ladies and gentlemen, that ain't bad.
42 balls for that century.
42 ball century. Wow.
He is playing
Hacha-machacha
at a different level here. And it doesn't stop.
That's the 6, the other side of the pitch. A 6 over extra cover, and that takes some doing.
I think Czech Republic will be disappointed here. Not because they've bowled particularly badly or fielded badly, but they had Belgium in a really tricky position early on. But Belgian captain Sherry Butt really has taken this away from them. And there's a risk here with the few remaining balls that there are left of this innings that he could just...
Chechen players just wandered over there, said, let's have a look at your bat then.
He could just put on runs here for fun.
A 6 over extra cover. This is a large ground. I remember Tony Gregg hit a 6 over extra cover, and it's not many batsmen that can hit a 6 over extra cover.
How many sixes is that now?
8 6s, 9 4s. 8 6s, 9 4s.
A rare ball there. I mean, he's been dealing almost exclusively in boundaries.
Gets him down the other end for the next over.
Yep.
Yeah, one off the last over.
Hogging the strike.
And why not?
181 for 6 after 19. They'll be looking for 200 here, you feel?
Yep. Yep. And it's quite within his grasp. Easily within his grasp. 3 balls. Let's see.
And if he gets another dozen or so runs in this over, it'll take him to 200 runs for the day.
He's calling for his helmet. I should think it's everybody needs to be a helmet, not you, to wear a helmet.
So bowling the last over, Wickramasacre. I don't envy him, Mike. I don't envy him here. Sherry Butt in full destroy mode here.
It's lovely to see a batsman batting like this, especially when they're on your team.
And I think the thing really to be pointed out is here, this has not been cavalier batting.
No, it's been proper shots.
Proper shots.
Hugely timed shots. His 6s have carried the boundary rope by meters.
Just excellent execution. And that's a good ball there by Wickramasacre.
A little bit of a bounce, and he missed that one.
Five balls left of this innings. 181 for 6.
It's a lot to get, isn't it?
And that's in the circumstances.
They'll be pushing for 2. He'll want 2, and his partner's run back fast. Well done. Yes, they're through for 2 there.
Thing is, really, there.
Oh, one short, signals the umpire.
I don't think they'll mind.
No.
The thing is, though, that wasn't a particularly bad ball.
Some of the 6s he's hit haven't been bad balls, as I said earlier on. It's just he's in the zone. That talked off place that the rest of us can only dream of.
Full start from Wickramasacre. Himself tries again.
Not quite got that one, but you can hear how hard he's hitting the ball. Oh, and it's a misfield, and it's going to run through for 4.
This game is hard enough.
Bowler with hands on hips, I feel for him. Yeah, come on, Cheche. Keep your concentration up to the last ball.
Okay, again, bowls. And again, but plays it, and they're going to come back for 2.
Scramble for 2. Yes, always 2.
Another one short.
That's interesting.
That is
there it
another
goes.
huge, that is absolutely monster.
And on into the next commune.
shot there by Sherry Butt.
Last ball of the innings, is it? And that's lovely. Flicked away off his legs. 4 runs.
4 runs.
Easy peasy.
197. Fantastic batting effort there by the Belgians. I mean, I think we need to find out what they were after about 8 overs, because if I'm not mistaken, they were about 30 something.
For 3 or 4, yes. And he's not out at the end again, so that's pushing 200 runs without being out in the day. And that's not bad in anybody's language, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, Tim?
So, end of all of that, Belgium finish on 197 for 6. Fantastic knock by the skipper, and he gets a massive ovation from everyone at the ground. So, rundown of the Saeed Jamil out with no score, out for 6. Latif 3 runs. Wahidullah Usmani 6 runs. And at that point, so just a reminder, Belgium were 10 for 3 and then 41 for 4 after 8 overs. 41 for 4 after 8 overs. At which point, Hossein and Sherry Butt were at the crease. Hossein, 34 runs off of just the 31 runs. And then the fantastic innings by Belgium captain Sherry Butt, 125 runs off of just the 50 balls, 11 fours, 9 sixes, a strike rate of 250. Zakil Saba came in for a quick cameo, 10 off 7, and then Saeed not out for 1. So from 41 for 4 after 8 overs, Belgium finish on 197 for 6. Commentary team is going to catch our breath here, and we'll be back shortly. making their way out to the middle here. Second innings of this match between Belgium and the Czech Republic, scoring 100 of their 20 overs, having been 41 for 4 after 8. So Czech Republic are going to have to bat very well, and you kind of feel they're going to have to go hard very early on.
So this is a big ask for Czech Republic. They've also got some big hitting batsmen and will fancy their chances. The outfield now is as quick as it has been all day. But the umpires are waiting, but Belgium are in the middle of a team talk, just probably slightly off screen to your left. They're just in a huddle, obviously discussing tactics, but I'm pretty sure at the point the umpire is going to call them over to get the second innings underway. As we're waiting now for the action to start. And as predicted, the umpires have now called the Belgian team over. And after their little team huddle and team clap, they are now starting to make their way onto the field of play to start this second innings.
So Belgium out in the field, and the Czech batsmen make their way out. Honey and Davizi making their way to the crease. You really feel that two are going to have to make serious inroads to this total quite early on.
Yeah, 10 and over from the word go. In a sense, their task is clear. They know what they've got to do, but it's a lot to be asked of as well.
Absolutely. Line today, and we'll expect him to continue that. Honey played a very nice innings in his in Czech Republic's first match of the day. Through
That's
and
pierced the field.
I think that'll run away for 4, and it has.
Yep.
Good start by Honey. He's going to need a few of those.
Edge, but they'll scamper through for a single.
Single there to Gori brings Davizi on strike. Left arm over to the left-handed Davizi. That's a good shot. I'll need a few of those, but it's only going to be a single. If that was hit a little bit harder, would have gone all the way. Say cut backward of square for 4 runs. Nice start here by Hanigori. Couple of good. And that's just going to be a single. And I think that being the end of the over, they won't be too disappointed. Hanigori retains the strike. And as we suspected, need to share the new ball.
When the red light on, I'm on.
Gori on strike. Czech Republic 11 for no wicket after 1. And Saeed up to the wicket. Bowls. Good first ball there from Saeed. Dot ball. A little bit of information there. So that 100 for Sherry Butt in the Belgian innings was actually the 5th fastest T20 international 100. Great innings. Gori gives himself a little bit of space and the single with a cut to point. Wide ball. Czech Republic move on to 30. Ooh, a little bit of seam movement there from the bowler. Davisi a little bit perturbed by that.
Good bowling from Saeed. He's getting a lot of bounce actually out of this track now. It's really dried out and making it a bit more difficult for the batsman. Interesting start from both sides. It's really hopefully set up to be a fantastic finish to the day, as well as just this game. And Hanigori is the man that everyone is predicting to end up and deliver.
play well and the rest of his team here to get up to this mammoth score set by the Belgians.
Well, cometh the man. It's a captain's innings that's needed. And Ed Knowles strides to the middle now. So I'm sure he will hope will be exactly that.
Score? 13 for 1 actually.
To the end of the second over, Czech Republic are 13 for 1. So they've got a bit of work to do now to keep themselves in this game. And Ed Knowles will be facing now. And this is going to be the first ball of this innings. Amadi's opening bird just slightly down leg and was flicked through for a single. And commentating in this final innings, you've got myself, Richard Neal. I'm accompanied by Tim Andrews and Michael West.
I think that's going to be called a wide, and it is. And another reminder that this Luxembourg T20I Tri-Series tournament between Luxembourg, Belgium and the Czech Republic is sponsored by JTC, Redbridge Recruitment, Talisman and Tumar, and brought to you by the Sport Luxembourg, ICC and the Commune of Wolfenage. A big hit there by Honeygory, and that's 4 runs. Nice shot.
It's been a fantastic day's cricket, and you think that potentially we could finish the day with some exciting cricket from Honeygory. He's got his eye in, and he's already ensured change. Deep mid-on is now, or mid-on has now gone back to deep mid-on, and a dot ball.
Gory wanted the wide there, but it's not been given.
Betnocky just signaling to his fellow umpire. 2 balls left. So 2 balls for Ed Knowles to probably try and get a boundary. I'm sure that's what he's going to be looking for. Still in the power play. And short and wide, and he's chopped that up over towards third man, but just for the single. And there would have been a theory if he'd let that go, that could have been a wide because it's very high. And he certainly played that above his head. And that brings on Honeygory to face the last ball of this over. Looking for the boundary. And he has hammered that straight back past the bowler. and the boundary he has found. So a good end to that over for the Czech Republic. And that takes them on to 25-1. So 25-1 after 3 overs.
Well, his second over here. Belgium doing a good job these first 3 overs.
Was cut off by mid-off. So just the single in the end. So 1 ball so far off this over from Saeed, who's with a bit of pace and a lot of aggression. And will certainly continue in the same vein, I'm sure. Another dot ball from Saeed, and this is turning out to be a good over for Belgium. And potentially going to force the Czech Republic batsman into a bit of a false shot. They're going to have to look for a boundary or two now if they want to try and keep up with the run rate.
Continuing his over here. Oh, gives him a little bit of space, but nothing doing. Another dot ball.
You would think with the ball like that, just going over the top middle stump, middle and leg, you're much better off rather than backing away to leg and trying it through the offside to try and take advantage of the big spaces on the leg side and pulling that either in front of square or through long leg. So shorter boundary that side and a lot of space. But he's gone for the same tactic again. And once again, it's another dot ball. He's determined to hit on the posh side. And it's after the 4th over. The Czech Republic are 30-1. So they're not falling too far behind of the run rate, but they will they'll want to be very mindful that they are slipping back at the moment and get both Ed Knowles and Hanigori batting well into a position where they can really look to attack maybe in 3 or 4 overs time. We're coming towards the end of the power play. And right now we just have a third man out and a deep mid-wicket.
Doing his second over here and the dot ball. Ball's check captain on strike. That's a lovely shot. Cut behind square over the infield for 4 runs. Nice shot by the skipper there. So we were having a discussion earlier the day about the best puller of a ball, and I raised the thought of Ricky Ponting. In terms of best batsman to have played the game as the ball goes for a bye and 4 runs. Four byes. So if Ricky Ponting is one of the best pullers of the ball, Richard, who would you say is the best batsman played the great game?
I wasn't able to watch WG Grace. We might pass over to Mike West in a minute to ask about that. But I guess the batsman I've seen, Brian Lara has to be the best batsman I've ever seen play the game. I think he could hit the ball where he wanted. He could make attack look foolish. And I think, as most captains have said, when he's at the wicket, you can never switch off, and he has the ability to turn a game and win a game, more importantly, as we have another boundary coming through. Whereas, yeah, certainly, I think we'll have a lot of people saying Sachin Tendulkar, and I think that's always one of the great debates of the last 20, 30 years. Was it Sachin Tendulkar or was it Brian Lara? But, unfortunately, for some, Brian Lara would get my vote. What about you, Timothy?
Both Brian Lara and Tendulkar are fantastic shouts. I think.
Czech Republic are 40. So as standard, after 5 overs, we've had the sanitizer break. And that's also given the opportunity for the Ed Knowles and Hanigori from the Czech Republic a drink and refresh themselves. And we can now go back to the action as Saeed will continue to continue his spell as he bowls to Hanigori. And Hanigori, big backlift, but just the one there through to mid-off. And Saeed has bowled very well so far in this innings. After just 2.1 overs, Saeed is with 1 wicket. And once again, just moving the ball slightly away from the batsman, and Ed Knowles was forced to try and play a little bit of a prod to that, and ended up going past the outside edge.
Starting to think about sitting here in Luxembourg, temperature dropping, but the cricket's still hot in the middle of the Pierre Werner Crewe round. Side comes up to wicket, bowls, and that's turned Oh, that's a very nice one-handed catch there.
There by Latif at mid-wicket. He had to jump, caught it one-handed. And that is the end of the Czech Republic skipper Ed Knowles, who has to trudge off from for the Czech Republic. Started well with a win against Luxembourg, and probably backs against the wall right now against Belgium.
Batsman for Czech Republic, Wikramasekara.
Come sit here. Sit next to me with a piece of paper. I'll just introduce you. So I was going to hand over my microphone now to Tony. Took a fabulous catch at slip in the game when Luxembourg played Belgium and scored a quick-fire 20-odd. And he's going to now guest commentate with Tim Andrews and give us some insights into what it's like playing both Czech and Belgium.
Saeed. Inside edge into pad. First ball for Wikramasekara. Belgium on top here. I mean, Czech Republic aren't too far away. So Saeed, it's the wicket, he bowls. That's another good ball inside edge to square leg, and they'll come through for a single. Lovely bit of fielding there. As Richard said, joined in the commentary box by Luxembourg player Tony Whiteman. Tony, who rolled back the years earlier today to take a blinding one-hand flying at today.
Yeah, got a bit lucky with the catch there, Tim. But look, but no, it's been a great day of cricket, really. Long old day, but it's a good match here, Belgium and Czech. But Belgians, they have a very strong bowling attack. Huh? They've shown it on the batting side, but the bowling attack is probably better than any of the bowling attacks we've seen in the Per Werner for a long time. Tim, you've been here for a while. You seen any better attack than this over the years?
We've certainly seen some very good bowlers grace this beautiful land, but this Belgian side, I think, as an overall team, are up there with some of the best we've seen. And as we heard earlier, that 125 from Belgian captain Sherry Butt was the 5th fastest international T20 100 of all time. And that lovely shot there by Wikramasinghe for 4 runs.
Really, that's the 5th T20, the 5th quickest T20 100 of all time. Really?
Yep.
Wow. And who were the 4 above? Master.
You're testing me now.
Can we get those stats? Chris Gale.
No, I think we've got Suresh Raina in there.
Any Kiwis in there maybe that get into that sort of level? It's man to use a bit of research and come up with who the top 4 are above this. And what name the guy from Belgium that got it? Self in a good list there.
And we've had a bowling change here. Sakil Saba has come to the attack, and there's an appeal for LBW, but turned down by the umpires. And they come through for a single.
back to the overall tournament. It's we've had luck with the rain last night. Obviously, the rain shortened the game, but obviously, I think the result was already as he comes into bowl. Honey pushes a point, but no run there. Where are we on for the score? What's the score at the moment? I've sort of lost count. 50 off 4. 54 for 2 off 6.3. It's they're giving themselves a good base here to get on with. Tim, we got some stats there.
We do indeed. So the fastest international T20 was actually by David Miller, South Africa against Bangladesh, held jointly with Rohit Sharma. Both of them scoring a century off of 35 balls.
35 balls. That's a fair old clip.
Not bad. And then interestingly, actually, batting right now for the Czech Republic is Sudesh, who actually is the third fastest T20 international centurion.
Oh, really?
Also held jointly 35 as well. So he's also the fastest.
And I'm going to say I think I watched that 100. That was in Romania last year, and might have been against the Turks. Was it against Turkey?
It was indeed. So 3 players, all with a T20 international century off of 35 balls. Honey Gori here hit some pretty fast runs in the first game against Luxembourg, and with Wickramasinghe being one of the fastest T20 or the fastest T20 international centurion, Czech Republic will really be hoping these two can. Czech Republic's close. Give themselves a chance.
This, I having played the Czechs a few times, I think this is a big total. Let's not mess around the bush. This is a big total, 197 to chase. But the 2 players that are out there over the years, I've seen them hit a lot of runs at a very quick rate. So, if they keep their head down, you get value. You do get value for your shots here in on the Pierre Werner. The pitch is perfect. Obviously, it is an artificial pitch, so the chances of a strange bounce are reduced. But so for these 2 batsmen, there is a chance.
Spin being introduced here for the Belgians. Meta.
The run rates just pushed 7.38, but that's a fantastic 6th there from Sadeh. So 11 runs and over, with how many overs to go? 12.4 overs left.
A few more shots like that certainly helps. Great pickup from Wickramasinghe. Meta to bowl. And that's a lovely shot. That's going to go through for a single. They'll think about the second. Probably could have got there, but they'll the single.
Great arm there. Great arm there. But yeah, the teams, look, I think over a long period of time, probably the more matches that were played, Belgium probably would come out on top. But Czech is putting up a good fight here. It's all to play for.
Played out to point for a single by Gori. Yeah, the Czechs were hurting this morning after their heavy defeat last night, but they bounced back this morning, and they started incredibly well against the Belgians. Lest we forget, they had Belgium 41 for 4 after 8 overs. But Butt's fantastic innings that really took it away from them, and they're definitely in an uphill battle here, but these two batsmen giving them a chance.
Interesting to see how these batsmen deal with because there's two left-arm spinners, very high-quality left-arm spinners who bowled very well earlier in the tournament against Luxembourg. The Luxembourg batsmen were talking about them. It was a bit of a mountain to climb, taking on the quicks, but then the spinners came on and they bowled quality deliveries as well. So.
2 for 2 after 8 for the Czech Republic. So going along at 8 and over, which is a pretty decent start. They will need to kick on at a certain stage, but pretty good.
The Czechs need 138 of 12 overs. It's just over 11 and over, and that's a fantastic sort of cut behind point there.
That by Gorey. It's gone over into the cow fields. Yep, no, Czechs putting up a good fight here. If these two can stick around for a while and one of them can stick around till the end, you fancy they can get themselves close. But as we've said before, the Belgians have a fantastic bowling lineup, and if they apply themselves, that pressure could help them. That's a short ball. That's going to be the one for the...
That one, yeah, it was one for the over, just between the shoulder and the head there. There has been quite a number of short pitch bowling here. I think they've used that as an attacking weapon. But also, it's very difficult to score off a very good bouncer.
Have gone for wides though.
Boy, sorry, Tim. Honey, he went for the skin with it. My God, he gave that everything. I think this could be an interesting last 10 or 11 overs. These two batsmen are right up for the fight. The light is starting to fade a little bit, but I think we should be fine with the white ball. That's a fantastic shot for one run to, fortunately. Lovely ball there. Lovely from, what's the bowler's name? Saber.
Henry Blofeld, I'd just be saying, a lovely airplane just taking off in the distance, and that's a nice shot there by Vikram Rasekara.
What they know too about Luxembourg. How many viewers have we got on at the moment? Do we've got the number of people that are looking at the 134? Take
4,000, I think.
Oh, sorry, 100. Oh my God, 130. Sorry, of those 134,000 that are watching this fantastic game of cricket team and Czech sort of play out the final stanza. Luxembourg's a great little place to come and visit if you ever want to get over here. Obviously, come and play cricket. We can organise a bit of a friendly game if you want to come here and do a tour. But Luxembourg country, yeah, I put up a few people, no problem. But, we've probably Luxembourg's a population of about 650,000. lovely fielding.
Sacra,
Lovely
and
fielding
Belgium
from
back to
there.
2.
But yeah, the population of 650,000. The population speak Burgish, which is the native language. French and German is spoken by pretty much all people, and obviously English is as well. It's a very international, cosmopolitan country.
And Meta continuing here. And that looks like they're going to come through there for I think that's going to be a bye. Nope, it has got some bat. So a drop by the keeper there. Tough chance.
So it was a tough chance, Tim, I think. But at this level of cricket, those catches have got to be taken. There was there's been a few good catches over the today and yesterday.
I feel that's going to be taken.
Unfortunately, Honey has gone for a big swing. I think that was probably the first shot where he really lifted his head. And unfortunately, caught an outside edge that floated to the I think a fly slip, short third man position there, which it's a big blow for the Czechs' chances of getting through here. Yep. I'll just check with the stats what the percentage of of chances of victory. I'll be back.
Yep, no, that is a big blow for the Czechs. And that brings to the crease Aaron Ashokan. He joins Wickramasacre at the crease, and these two will need to continue to push on if the Czechs are going to get somewhere closer. So, Tony, win percentage?
Win predictor is not giving the Czechs too much chance, which I can see. 12% win chance to Czechs. I think it's going to take a fantastic innings from Sadesh to give them a chance, but anything is possible in cricket.
We've seen some run out chance, but they come through with a single. We've seen some great catches, as you said, and I feel bad saying this with you sat next to me, but I actually think that the best catch of the day that we've seen was James Barker down here by the commentary box.
Funnily enough, Tim, completely agree with that. We were talking about it in the changing room there. I'll hold it just as it's a nice little dab for us.
That's going to be run out. I think the fielder had a little bit more time than he realised there. He went for the direct hit.
That was a rifle. Yeah, the boys obviously after playing the match against Czech and Belgium, you always sort of go through the matches and what you can do better, what happened, and then the lads were talking about the catches. And to be fair, Luxembourg, we took some good catches, but in my view, I think James, he made 20-25 meters, took it, sort of 30 centimeters off the ground at full stretch. For me, that's been the catch of the tournament so far, I think. Absolutely. I'm not sure what you're thinking, Tim.
Absolutely. No, he was at not only full speed and full stretch. It was a fantastic grab, and that's played off the legs.
Just resorting to the singles here. They're keeping the run rate ticking along, but I think we're probably pushing up now to the 12 and over from here, which is Vishy. What's the run rate required?
74 for 3 off 10.
12.4. So I've just pushed up over the 12 mark, which is with 10 overs to go. It's let's say the challenge is there for the Czechs. So stay listening, guys. It's going to be good to watch.
And as the players take what should be the last sun of the day, a reminder that this Luxembourg T20I series between Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Czech Republic is sponsored by JTC, Redbridge Recruitment, Tumar, Talisman, and brought to you by the Ministry of Sport for Luxembourg, the International Cricket Council, and the Wolfdange Commune.
It was nice to see the mayor of the earlier today, Tim, which is, Luxembourg is probably not known as one of the big nations of the world. Let's be honest, but the facilities here in the Central Europe is fantastic. I think, as everyone can see, all of our 138,000 viewers. So, it was just great, and so we're happy to host. As he comes into bowl,
and it's a new bowler bowling change here, and this is Munib bowling for Belgium, and Wickramasacre there.
Munib bowls a very nice flighted ball, and in the match that we're playing, he turned it a mile, even on this the artificial pitch. The way he lifted away and he turned it back in, was fantastic bowler. So here he comes to bowl, showing him some respect there, just getting used to the slower flight.
Yep, light definitely fading here in Luxembourg. The wind has died down. It's quite a nice evening, a little bit cooler than we've been used to. But this game, that's a big shot there. And that has been shelled in the field.
That was a tough chance, but
got to be taken.
I think, yeah, we'll put that down to a very, very tough chance. But I must say the Belgian performance in the field has been fantastic. We thought we had them. He's put that. I think that
a small shot by Wickramasacre. He's still there. You've got to feel the Czechs have got a chance.
Yeah, well, look, we've got a player who's the third fastest 100 in.
First.
Is he the first?
He's joint first.
Joint first. Oh wow! And, there is a chance that they can make it. I think win predictors probably putting it. Oh, hello there. We've got a guest on our commentary team. How are you this afternoon? Huh? It's fantastic, isn't it? The rain is nicely stayed away from Luxembourg, which has been good.
And that's been dabbed down through the slip cordon for a single.
Welcome to Luxembourg.
And that's a massive shot.
There's a big.
That's huge.
Is that on the road? No, not quite.
6 runs. Another big shot from Wickramasacre there. He's really climbing into these now.
I just missed that. What was it? A short ball? He
slightly short, but he really climbed into it.
Rock back and 91 for E. So that's what's the tough thing in this T20. Once the run rate gets up to 12 and over, 2 lusty blows and they're up with it, but they haven't brought it down, which means you've got to consistently keep the pressure on. But they're under the 99 to win. Is it 98? I think if my sums 107 off 9. There we go.
So Meta back into the attack here. Bowls, and that's big up in the air, but that's going to be a chat. Who wants it? Number 4 takes it.
That's a great catch. Sadiq, number 4 for Belgium. I play these guys when they get their.
That's Sakil Saba there.
Saba, fantastic catch there, mate. Yeah, well done.
Didn't look like dropping it there. Got himself into a good position early on. Steady.
Because that is the one thing that is new these days with the white ball and the white clouds. The judge, especially when it's straight up, is a real tough. So it was a very good catch. Who's that brought to the? Shamek is out to the center. The batsman crossed, and we have Sadesh facing.
So that was the end of Ashokan, and brings to the crease Sumit Pakrial, and there's a dot ball. Meta bowling nicely here. He's had a wicket, and it's Wickramasacre.
Meta bowls a little bit quicker. Doesn't quite get the turn, but he has a very nice flight. against us. He bowled very well. Kept I think his strike rate was reasonably low. But this is the spin twins. The left arm spin twins from Belgium have been handled. And I think it may be because their faster bowlers in this light might be questioned by the batsman. But let's see.
So nicely swept there by Wickramasinghe for 4. Going to need a few more of those up to the wicket bowls. And that is, he is drilled that.
Oh no, I think that's the man that scored quickest top 100, top 5, and that was really quite an easy catch there. I think whether that was the light.
That was travelling. That one. It was straight at him, but it was travelling. I think
should have been taken. Hopefully and he's been punished for 4. The captain won't be happy. So that catches win matches, Tim, and that'll be interesting as we get closer to the end of this match, how valuable that drop catch will be.
Yeah. And
12 points. That's an interesting. That over a lot of T20 matches, that's sort of the stat that works. Is it okay? Which is it? Let's find out what the prediction percentage win is. Um, 2% now. So Czech has crept up from 12% and over or two ago to 22%. The Windvers, that's right, Steve. And we have our Luxembourg chairman of the federation here, Steve Evans, who lives locally, a few hundred meters from the ground to keep the evil eye on things going on here. But Steve, you must be happy with the tournament so far. I'll just come and sit by Steve and get a few comments.
Yeah, it's marvelous. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're live, Steve.
Yeah, enjoying it, and just been played in a fantastic.
Yeah, no, you're live, Steve.
Yeah, enjoying it, and just been played in a fantastic group. And it's just a real pity we can't have more people down here, but we've had a good, committed, infused audience, even though they're limited in number. So it's been good to see. But hopefully, in years to come, we can do this again and have a bigger crowd. But yeah, it's been.
So a change of bowling here at the Mark Fitzgerald Bridge. Sakil Saba comes into the attack. Dot ball off the first ball, and they take a single off of the second ball. Yeah, no, obviously a big shame that COVID has meant that we've had to limit the number of spectators we've had today, but those who have been down here have been treated to some excellent cricket, one of the fastest T20 national centuries, and luckily no rain. That's a nick, and
well taken, Nick. Now, Steve, how long have you been associated with cricket in Luxembourg? Maybe you can give us a little bit of your background, being your role as LCF chairman.
Yeah, get involved in 40 years. Yeah, it's just really blossomed in the last 10 years. Loads of many people coming from the Indian subcontinent to our team. It's been marvelous. So yeah, we're really never been stronger. Never had some teams.
What's the league now, Steve?
The league we got what, for 8 teams in the league, two divisions. We got 10 teams. We don't know about the indoor league. I know there's other indoor sports playing here, but we might be getting indoors when this all closes in. But it's marvellous to see the highest level of cricket ever being played now, and this just adds to what's going on. It's just marvellous. Ooh,
So-
nice little. Yeah, the tail end now. They've got a tough ask to push
So with
for this win.
Pacquiao going earlier this over, we've now got at the crease wicket keeper Gajar. He's joined Wickrama with a uphill struggle here for the Czechs. They've still got a chance, of course, but they're going to need to keep up with the run rate. They'll come back for 2 here, which is important.
Because Belgium are just that little bit better than these teams. Well, the one player, the super hitter guy, is the difference between the teams, really. So it's a question of what the Czechs are aiming for. Are they still aiming for the win, or are they looking to push up their net run rate to get close? Because they are quite a way behind Luxembourg in the net run rate. So in the competition for second and third.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's key as well. So there's a question of what they're pushing for here. But Belgium need 1-2 just get that, but he hasn't looked like giving his wicket away because it's difficult to catch a guy out when he's clearing the boundary by 20 meters. So, but no, if you can get him on stick one up in the air, you never know. There could be a surprise here tomorrow. So it's well worth tuning in tomorrow. Big wide world of cricket. Could be some turn up for the books tomorrow.
So 113 for 5 off 13 overs.
Sorry, folks, just getting my contacts out there.
Okay, so now
So that means they will need.
Whoa.
Gone over the limit.
That means that Czech Republic require 80 off of their 7 over, 95 off 7, 103 for 5 off 13, 95 off 7 required. And that is not the type of shot that they're doing right now. They are going to need to be attacking. For
Maybe the word has gone out to go for the net run rate.
Yeah.
Possibly. 12 and a half and over.
Oh, hello, it's up.
shot
it's up,
that's going
it's
to go
up.
for 6 runs.
Commentator.
Balls, and that's he's backed away to leg to try and give himself some space, but he's cut underneath the ball there, and that's a dot ball. Nice bowling here by Mehta. A lot of scoreboard pressure for the Czechs now. There's a lot of runs still to score, but they are giving a really good go. Very impressive day for the Czechs. Even more impressive for the Belgians.
But in games like this, as you get closer to the target, 1 or 2 big overs, big and a bit of luck, and there is it is possible, I think. But in Luxembourg, I think there is still a chance. But I think the Belgians may victories.
Czech Republic aren't going to go down wandering, and with Wickrama Sekra at the crease, they've still got a chance. But
It's been a fantastic effort. It's all volunteers here in Luxembourg. There's no paid anyone paid within the cricket fraternity. It's been a fantastic sort of effort with everyone pulling together and hosting this tournament. It is trying times with COVID, Steve.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's marvellous. Yeah, halfway through the season, it looked like the cricket season was going to be a bit of a write-off, and it just been all pulled back from the brink, really. And it's we've saved some furniture from the burning building.
shot by Wickrama Sekra, and they'll take the single.
Which is what you want. You want to see a bit of momentum going forward. Hopefully, next year will be okay. We can start nice and early and have a full year now. Now we understand COVID and understand what's going on. We can get back to having a full year, being older and wiser next year. But yeah, was a challenge. It's I think we're ending on a high.
It is.
Ooh,
It is interesting what's being talked about at the ICC level for countries like ours. Tournaments coming up. Is it talked about the T20 World Cup qualifier that's going to be held next year? I understand. Is it, Steve?
I didn't see any reason why not. I think if we know now what if we knew then what we know now,
but batsman gets back. So just a dot ball there.
if we know now, if we knew then what we know now, I think we could even say that these tournaments could have possibly gone ahead, because we as cricketers, we've now learned how to deal with COVID and
Socially distant.
exactly.
Well, it's going to fall safe, and they'll come through for the one.
So yeah, now we know how to behave in the under when the no giving people high fives and all this, no huddles and whatnot. We can play. So there's every reason to expect that the World Cup qualifier, T20 World Cup qualifiers could happen next year, and it's all part of really, really, becoming part of the cricket world, really.
And the progression from the European tournament, is it one or two teams from that tournament then go through to a world qualifier? Potentially, teams from Europe that are playing here, if they do in the tournament next year, have a chance of moving through to the 2021 World Cup. It's the end of next year, is it?
Yeah, that's my understanding. So
All the way through to third man.
Oh, well fielded.
And they'll just take a single.
So there'll be an initial tournament at our level, and then the best teams, I think it was a couple of teams from those, the best two or three teams would then go to the next level, and then it will be the best teams from then would have the chance of going to the actual T20 World Cup, wherever that's going to be held. Yeah.
113 for 5 off 15. The sanitizer break. So they require 85 off of the last overs. So tough ask here for the Czechs.
But I'm going to say that Belgium got that sort of rate. I'm pretty sure they got similar,
Yeah.
maybe a few more.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The scores were pretty similar between the Czechs and the Belgians now, but it was now that they're clean hitting superstar, started charge and reeled off one of the fastest centuries ever in T20 cricket.
Top 6 in the world.
It's the pavilion end. It's Moon Latif coming into the attack.
Day, I think. I'm not sure he bowled against Luxembourg, did he? Sri? Mamoon? Did Mamoon play against?
He's up bowls. Oh, and he's caught the batsman on the helmet there. He seems to be all right, but he starts off with an aggressive bouncer, which the batsman was just a little late on, but that's why we wear helmets. He's up to the wicket, and he goes down leg side, so that one's going to be a wide. So a interesting start here by Latif. Starts off with the well-directed bouncer to the helmet, and then a wide down the leg. A air of hush descends upon the ground here, and absolute monster.
That is one of the biggest sixes of the day. That's why I say with Sadesh still batting there, it's going to be a great last 5 overs to watch, folks. I think stay tuned. This is going to be interesting.
6 as the
this is where volunteer cricket is fantastic. It's actually I did my stint out there when the big man was hitting his fastest 100. This is all the Luxembourg team have stayed here to watch the match, obviously, and volunteering to go and get this is real life cricket, guys, which is fantastic. The volunteer work is making this happen.
And they found the ball, which is good news. And Tony, I think I owe you an apology. I did you a disservice when you were fielding earlier, when you took your fantastic slip catch. I may have accidentally said that you were 87.
I could feel it actually, Tim, as I was getting up from the ground there. It's we haven't had much rain here in Luxembourg recently, and the ground is fairly hard.
Oh, and that one's gone
I
straight
think that
up.
might, if this catch is taken, that is a great innings comes to an end. But I think we're getting to the stage where it's a bridge too far from here. Unfortunately, a great knock by Sadesh.
That was 60 off of 36 balls there for Wickramasacre. Good knock that. Very good for Wickramasacre. Six for Wickramasacre. And with that
Great knock.
wicket, does that mean the game for Belgium? Fear it might do, but with batsmen still available,
I'm
you
not
never
gonna,
know.
Okay, cricket is a chance and luck game, but I think now the Belgians are pretty much certain to win from here. No disrespect to the batters at 7 and 8. It's a mountain to climb. It is a mountain here.
It's been one of the most interesting overs of the day because we've seen about 2 wides, one bouncer to the helmet, and one of the biggest sixes of the day. So it's certainly been
the wicket
and
Don't
the
forget
wicket,
the
of
wicket,
course.
Timbo.
So quite the over here from the bowler, and that's another one turned beautifully off the hip, and that's going to be 4 runs. A big hello to our friends at Cricket Finland who've just sent us a very nice message over the stream. Hope you guys are all keeping well and staying safe.
Was that the Cricket Finland members, was it? Yeah, we were disappointed that we weren't able to make it up there for the tournament this year with the leagues. They stepped in to host of the European legs of the T20 qualifier, but obviously in the circumstances in April, May, just it wasn't allowed to host the tournament. So thanks for the wishes, guys, and we look forward to seeing you next year, hopefully in a tournament for the T20 qualifier.
So this is Khalid Ahmadi, bowling change at the Mark Fitzgerald Bridge end, and he comes in, and that was a appeal, but not out.
Renamed, has it? The Mark Fitzgerald Blue Bridge. Mark Fitzgerald, one of the legends of Luxembourg cricket. I think he was doing a stint on the commentary in the commentary box earlier today, was it?
He did. He got in a little bit of trouble for calling the Czech Republic Czechoslovakia yesterday evening, but he...
That's not quite politically correct, but I'm sure that was an innocent mistake. He wasn't, nothing meant by it, so we apologise for anything that may have caused an offence there.
Nicely slapped for a single. So this match has just gone down a gear, you'd say, since the wicket of Wickramasacre. But the Czechs, as I say, will not go down wandering. You feel that's Klein on the bowler there, but he's wandering. You feel that's Klein on the bowler there, but he's played it nicely, and they'll take a single.
Well, it is interesting, Tim, having batted in the 3 games. After the rain last night, with this pitch, it just holds the moisture in the morning. And then I think that's what sort of why the totals were a bit lower this morning, was there was some grip in the pitch and a little bit of variable bounce, which came from the moisture. And as the day heated up, the bit of humidity, there was something in it for the bowlers, which it looks to be having the odd difficult bounce at the moment, which is good for bowlers. You don't want a pitch that's one sided and just good for the batters.
No, absolutely. No. And as you say, those scores have only gone up as the day has gone on. And that one's kept low. So really the pitch starting to play up a little bit as this day nears its end.
Yeah, I think it's drying out, and some of the patches will be dry, some will be we find some still a bit damp, and just create a little bit of uncertainty. So I'll back over to our LCF chairman for the final few moments.
The question everyone wants to know is how Sharira Butt, who's just scored 124 or 49 balls, can Czech and Luxembourg stop this? We've got 2 big games tomorrow. If you can win one of these games, you can even snap a win of the tournament. How can they get this guy out?
So just before that, 130 for 6 off 17. So with just the 3 overs to go, Belgium bring back their opening fast bowler Saeed with Jason, and he's been given.
That was out. We're in a good position here, and that. Tim, shall I answer that question about the how can I'll speak for Luxembourg. Look, the guy is obviously a class batter, and he likes. He's proven he likes the ground. I think pace off is probably the answer. He tended to nonchalantly slap the medium and sort of medium fast bowlers because they just maybe don't have quite the control of the length and the line that the slower bowlers do. So look, all things being equal, it wouldn't be the strangest thing for him to hit a similar innings. He's a very cultured batter. When I look at it, there wasn't much across the line stuff. He's just a big guy, very strong, and a very good eye. And I think the magic bat. So I think probably pace off in the bowling is, and maybe a bit of variety. And look, let's not discount Lady Luck. Fingers crossed. We had the Belgians. I'm going to say 40 for 3, 40 for 4 or something after about 6 or 7, and then he came in and played it, very sedate for the first 3 or 4 hours. Launched. So class act. So fingers crossed. Bit of luck tomorrow, and we can. But not just him. They have 2 or 3 other batters who are very quality as well. So.
So with that single, Czech Republic moves to 132 for 7, which means that they require around 60 off of the last 2 overs. So I think that the Belgians are well on their way now to securing their win of the day. 2 wins out of 2. So that will mean that at the end of today's play, Belgium will top the table with 2 wins from 2 games, whilst Luxembourg and the Czech Republic will both be 1 win from 3.
It will be interesting. Thanks, Tim. It will be interesting with Belgium. They'll have 4 games on the trot when we play them tomorrow. Coming into their 4th. They'll have played 2 today and 1 early tomorrow morning. So there may be an element of fatigue. They've driven 2 hours down from Belgium. I might have to, maybe get the helicopter out and buzz the hotel. I jest, that has happened to New Zealand team in Peru, Lima, a few years back, where the fighter jets were buzzing the hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. But no, seriously, might have a word to the. But no, seriously, look, that's probably another element. But look, I think all 3 teams get prepared very well for this tournament. We've known the schedule well in advance. So we look forward to some great cricket tomorrow. The Czechs have another chance at the Belgians. I think 10 o'clock tomorrow. Is that what time it's starting? And then
and he's caught him on the body there. Some very fast, aggressive bowling. Very good bowling by this Belgian opening bowler, Saeed. Really good stuff there.
Yeah, we're just the people still watching there now. What would you like Tim to bring us down for breakfast tomorrow? Which cup of croissant?
What's a typical Tim? What's a typical Luxembourg breakfast?
Yeah, Tim. What are you going to bring, Tim?
Full Luxembourg breakfast tends to be a selection of cold meat cheeses with bread and, of course, a coffee. In fact, in Luxembourgish, the Luxembourgish full breakfast is drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Kaffee trinken.
Cafe drinking.
So there you go.
All right, yeah. Thanks, Tom.
I don't think I will be here tomorrow morning for the first game.
But Tim's not bringing us breakfast. Right, okay.
I bought breakfast this morning, actually, for the game. Sadly, you came in for the too late shift.
But not the chairman of the federation.
Provider.
Tim. Yeah. Anyway.
We'll have a word at next committee meeting.
That's edged through the slip cordon. Oh, and that is
unlucky.
Got past the fielder there.
Can I just say that the fielding has been excellent these last 2 days. It's been a real high quality. There's been some sensational catches taken, some really top-notch stuff, and got to praise the guy. This is everyone thinks about batting and bowling, but really the fielding here has just been top-notch. Talk us through your slip catch, Tony.
I was gonna say, I'm in my second 50, being 51 years old, and you're right. The quality of fielding has been of a high standard. I think it's because all three teams are prepared very well for it. The ground is in fantastic, so we must take the hats off to the Pierre Werner ground staff again, all volunteers. It was a bit of a worry last week. It was very hard, and obviously when it's and there was not a lot of grass and very dry. There was some expected bad bounces, but I think the grass cover has meant that with the odd bad bounce, but touch wood, there hasn't been any injuries, I don't think. But yeah, that fly. There won't be too many more of them in my career, but I'll enjoy having a beer over that tonight. And it's a shame that we didn't
That's a nice shot.
get the victory, but it's cricket.
It's a nice shot by Mendon there off the bowling of Amadi. It does feel a little bit as this game peters out towards a win for the Belgians that the intensity on the field is just dropping a little bit of lethargy sinking in, but that's to be expected. Belgians coasting their way to a second victory here. That one's gone up in the air. Should be a chance. And that's beautifully taken out there.
Once again, another fantastic catch. And it was just, he never looked like he was going to drop that. He had to move a good 10 to his left there and just pouched it. Great stuff. Yeah, and hats off to these guys. This is, pros. They play a T20 game, and they all go off into their ice bars and have their masseurs and everything. And we're playing, Lux have just played 3 T20 games in 24 hours. It takes some doing. And it's more intense. Three times game is more than just 160 over game. So it's hard. So
the speed you play it at is very intense. But I think this is what ICC is looking to develop. The T20 game is at our level is where the emphasis is being put. I suppose the bit of excitement, the colourful kit, the white ball, and also the ability to host multiple games like we're doing here. It's a 3-team tournament. Playing each other twice, and obviously with the coverage we're getting, 140 odd thousand people watching. There's obviously some interest out there. And interestingly enough, we go to Prague at the end of September for I think that's called the Central European T20 tournament or something like this. Sorry, the name escapes me. Where they're hosting 6 teams, and Prague luckily have 2 grounds next to each other, and they can host a 16 tournament. So it's fantastic.
143 for 8 Czechs now after 19, so they need an I would say now impossible 55 last over, but Murid Ekrami coming in to bowl this last over. Up to the wicket, bowls, and that's just played out into the
Righto,
side
Tim.
for a single.
Thank you for having me on the chair there. I'm going to wander off and join the Luxembourg team again and get ready for a big day tomorrow. But and best wishes to everyone out there watching this game. Okay, cheers.
Well, thank you very much
Thanks,
for
Tony.
joining,
Well played.
Tony.
Well played, Tony. Well done. Gravity was on his side for that catch. It has to be said. Yeah, that was.
So, second ball of the over, and that's again played out into the offside just for a single. So it looks as though the Czechs now just playing 2 wickets and get their run rate as good as it can be.
So yeah, so it's
Ooh, and that one slapped back to mid on for again a single. So as I said, at the end of this day, Belgium are going to be 2 wickets from their 2 games. Luxembourg and Czech Republic will both on 1 win. You can check out the final standings for the day's play on Crick HQ. Just look up the Luxembourg T20I Tri-Series and you should find the standing.
So it's going to take quite a bit, I think, really, for the Belgians to not win this now. They're going to have to lose both their games tomorrow. So this is going to be Belgium really seem to be coasting into a big win here.
Yep. So Ekrami here bowling, well, I believe it to be the second last ball of the innings, and it's hit for 4. And in fact, that is the end of the match. Last ball hit for 4. So Belgium winning out in their second game on a trot for the day. Another comprehensive victory there for the Belgians. So they top the table at the end of day 2 of this Luxembourg T20I, sponsored by JST, Redbridge Recruitment, Tumar and Talisman. Brought to you by the IC, the Ministry of Sport for Luxembourg and the Commune of Wolfenage. So a reminder of the results. In the first game of the day, Luxembourg faced off for the second time against the Czech Republic. And unlike yesterday evening, the Czech Republic side played really well, both with bat and ball, to win that game. Then the Belgian team arrived, and they arrived in a big way, beating Luxembourg in the second match of the day with captain Sherry Butt hitting a fantastic 82 not out. But then in the third game of the day, Belgium off against the Czech Republic, and as we've just seen, the Belgian side have won again. And I think really the performance of the day really was the innings of Sherry Butt there, scoring 125 runs, including the 5th fastest T20 international. And with that, we will wish you all a fantastic rest of your evening, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow for 2 games of this fantastic competition. So this is Tim Andrews from the Pierre Werner Cricket Ground here in Luxembourg. Signing off. Thank you and good evening.